Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be back. So many things have happened this year and I moved out of my house, I got married, and just so many new life things have been happening and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and catch up with all of you. And I wanted to take a moment to introduce my own segment called Fill Up Your Cup. Now, if you're following me on Instagram, you would know that I started this segment years ago, and I used to just ask different questions to people and I would answer them in a small segment that I used to call Fill Up Your Cup. So now I'm bringing that segment to YouTube so that I can talk about all things wellness, lifestyle, self-love, self-development, and all that good stuff that I like to talk about. So today we're diving in deep into a topic that I absolutely love, which is manifestation. Now, I feel like because I have worked so hard on my manifestation goals and I actually created a vision board this year, I was able to manifest a lot of the things that I desired. Now, it's not about only putting a picture up and things come true. It's about your mindset, taking action, and a lot of hard work. So for today's segment, we're going to talk about manifesting your goals for 2025 and creating a vision board that actually works and helps you bring your dreams into reality. So to start off, we're going to talk about the basics. So manifestation is just basically having clear intentions for what you want for your life, whether it's this year, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. It's just having an idea of something that you desire. You're visualizing that outcome and aligning your mindset and actions to be able to accomplish it. I like to think of manifestation as positive thinking, goal setting, and taking action. It is a combination of all three. I feel like there's a lot of misconception with manifestation that if you make a vision board or you have this vision, it's going to come true right away. Everything does happen in its own divine timing. All the dreams that came true for me this year has always been on my vision board. And it definitely took way longer than a year, but it still did happen. If you envision something, it's already yours. So know that it is happening in your heart. It's going to happen in the future. So be patient. So the next part is we're going to talk about some practical steps. So I want you to reflect on this past year, and I know it hasn't completely finished yet. We're only in November, but we do have one more month left. I want you to think about what worked in 2024 and what did not. I want you to think about any of your big wins, some setbacks that you had, and some things that you've learned. For example, I want you to write down 3 things that you feel like you were really grateful for this year. You're so happy that it happened or that you were proud of it this year. 3 things that you wish had gone differently, and 3 things that you learned this year that really will help you propel forward. After you've done that, I want you to choose 3 things that you want to embody for 2024. Do you want to have more connections, more friendships, more growth? Do you want to work on your mindset, your physical body? Think about what your 3 core values that you want to channel for 2025. Now, the best thing that I like to do is kind of give myself categories, and I'm going to show you this at the end. But think about the categories that you want to achieve certain goals in. So there's 4 topics that I like to focus on for my vision board. So one of them being my personal relationship to myself. So maybe it's certain hobbies I want to get into. It's different experiences that you personally want to have that you feel will allow you to grow as a person for 2025. The next topic is personal relationships with other people. So this could be related to a spouse, to a family member, to a friend. These are just how you wish for your connections and network and your family dynamics to grow. The next category is career. I usually like to add images of how I wish my career to expand, whether you are in a company or you are self-employed. How do you wish your company or career goals to expand and to grow as a person in your career? Next topic is health, and I usually like to add images that are relating to mental wellness and physical wellness. So maybe it's trying new activities like different exercises in yoga, Pilates, or it's journaling more, reading more, just really focusing on my mental wellness and physical wellness. And then also spiritual as well, because you want to always make sure you're staying connected to yourself. So maybe for the 4 categories, I want you to write 5 goals per category of what you're looking for. Just make quick jot notes on a piece of paper of something that you're desiring or wishing for, envisioning for your life for those 4 categories. I also want you to add affirmations that go along with those visions for yourself. So I am committed to my journey, I am committed to growth, I am committed to expanding my career. Basically start with a sentence that I am and add a couple of affirmations just to reaffirm that vision you have for yourself. So I know it's mostly common to make a vision board physically, like print out pictures, print out quotes, and put it on a board and stick it and look at it somewhere. But I actually found that it works best for me to have it as my computer desktop because I saw it every single day. I used to have it also on my phone, and it was just something that I constantly saw throughout the day. So I do encourage going digital. I know people like to do it either way, but I'm just going to talk about doing it digital. So I recommend going on Pinterest, finding some images that you really feel like capture something that you want to do. Maybe it's a specific place you want to travel to, grab some images there. And then I also like to add some text that go along with these images. So once you've kind of created your whole vision board digitally, I did it on Canva and it turned out really nice. I made the exact size of my computer's desktop screen, and I added all the images in the background, and then I added some text on top of it to enhance the image. For example, if I talked about travel, I'm actually a nervous traveler. I wanted to embody someone that's really confident when they travel. So for example, I added the word confidence to my travel section. You can also put an affirmation on top of it saying, I am ready to explore the world, or I am ready to explore, and then insert the place that you want to travel to. I mentioned that there's 4 topics for a vision board, so you want to make sure you're kind of putting them all together, like grouped in its own little category. So you're going to have the relationship that you have with yourself, you're going to have relationship with others, you're going to have your health section, you're going to have your career section, and just make sure they're all kind of placed together so it's like in your mind it's a little bit more organized. So when you look at the vision board, you know exactly what you're looking at. And then your most important goals, you're going to actually want to place that right in the middle. So those are kind of the thing that's going to catch your eye right away, because it's something maybe you want much sooner, and then the others can kind of happen later on in the year or even the following year. I do try to make it so that everything that I'm really focused on right now is in the center, and then everything else around it is just something that I desire and I know it'll eventually come true, whether it be that same year or the following year or the year after that. And I really encourage you to make it personal. You can add certain dates. Maybe you want to have a certain date in mind for when you want to accomplish a goal by, or you can add actual pictures of yourself with people, with your family members, with your spouse, with your friends, with your kids. And it just helps make it more personalized, because then it just helps you believe it more. Now, I really want to emphasize, do not get discouraged. Whenever you look at your vision board, please do not get discouraged. I want you to feel inspired. As soon as you look at it, I want you to feel like this is something within my reach. Now, I think that is something that is huge, especially for me, because I remember when I used to look at my vision board, I'm like, oh, that's never going to happen. How is it going to happen this year? You never understand the how, and you're not supposed to. You're really not really supposed to understand how you're going to get there. You just have to blindly believe that it's going to happen for you. Ask and you shall receive. Something that really helped me understand my vision board better was journaling. Anytime I felt like something wasn't going according to what I was envisioning for my life, you're always going to be directed to something better. So remember, if not this, something better. And just really journal about how you're feeling, expressing your emotions and feelings about your vision board, and if things are coming true, and if they're not, how can you change? Like, how can you pivot and take better actions towards those steps? I definitely can't stress enough how much action is important to manifestation, because as I mentioned in the beginning, it's not just images and quotes, it's actively believing and working hard towards those goals. So if it's something for your career, try networking, try reaching out to people, like really take the action towards that goal, because it does require all 3: ask, receive, and take action. And for your large goals, you can break those down into smaller goals, so it can help you achieve them in 2 months from now, 3 months, 6 months, or even like weekly. You can have weekly goals. If you break down those really big goals, it'll help you just get there much quicker, and you'll see the process. Something that I also felt like that really helped me this year was I would make note of my progress. So I had a little note on my phone, and I would make a note of the date and something that I achieved that day. And it could be like a small win, it could be a big win, or just something that really made me happy. And it felt like it was one more step towards a brighter future for myself. And also just something to be proud of yourself for. It could be so small, and just writing it down makes it all the more joyful. Now I get to, at the end of this year, look back on all these little milestones and wins and just reflect on a great year that I've had. And I did sometimes skip the days that I was feeling like really low, on the days where I was like having a bad day and I just didn't want to write anything. I still took the time to write something that I was grateful for, because even on those hard days, there's always that one thing that you feel like, you know what, that small gesture or that small moment, it did make me feel good and it was really nice. So it's all about mindset. So just to recap, you're going to reflect on this year and how you feel like it went, You're also going to write some intentions for your goals for 2025. You're going to start creating your vision board, and you're going to put goals related to each category, and you're going to start taking action towards those steps. And don't feel like you have to follow this to the T the whole year. You're allowed to modify your vision, you're allowed to modify your steps. A vision board is there to just make you feel inspired and to motivate you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of Fill Up Your Cup. I hope you feel inspired and ready to take on 2025. Remember, with a positive mindset, you are able to accomplish your goals, and you are truly worthy of receiving those. If you found this helpful, please get a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, share it with your loved ones, and have a vision board party. I think it's so much fun. I'm gonna link something in the next slide at the end of this video so that you can see an example of what a vision board would look like in the different categories. Until next time, remember to take care of yourself, keep on growing and believing in your journey, and keep filling up your cup. Bye for now.